Welcome to your coverage of Missoula's sports heroes. You're tuned in to the Missoula Prep Sports Network live stream of local sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, gentlemen.
This presentation of Missoula Sports is proudly powered by Fuel Fitness, the only gym from Montana for Montana.
Check it out.
MPSN is your leader in Missoula's prep sports.
Woo!
We now take you to the action on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Everybody hustles out there, okay, guys? Nobody quits.
At Lindbergh Craig Field, Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. We've got the two top teams in Class AA Legion Baseball. The Bozeman Bucks taking on the Missoula Mavericks in a conference game that is probably one of the most important of the whole season. Let's go ahead and meet our starting lineups. We'll start with Dylan Chalmers on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound for the Mavericks. For the Bozeman Bucks, it's Keller Murfitt, the center fielder, to lead off. Michael Fruin, the shortstop, batting second. Batting third is Finn Schneider. He's in left field. Sage McMinn is the designated hitter, batting fourth. Ben Hubley is at second base, batting fifth. Batting sixth is Alton Geiselman, the catcher. Karsten Simcox, the first baseman, will bat seventh. Batting eighth is Logan Palethorpe. He's in right field. And rounding out the order is Parker McMahon at third. Xander Petrich will be the man on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound for the Bucks. Brendan Hill leads off for the Mavericks in center field. Dane Frazier's in right field, batting second. Batting third is Trad Richardson. He's at shortstop. Here's Chalmers set for the first pitch of the game. Bridger Johnson's in left field. He'll bat fourth. First pitch of the game on the way. It's going to be rolled out past Richardson, and it'll be a hit to start the game. First pitch is at 6:59 p.m. So with Stuart Long as the designated hitter batting fifth, we'll have Drew Stensrud, the third baseman, batting sixth. Batting seventh is Andrew Clausen, the catcher. Zach Angus is at first base, batting eighth, and Dayton Bay will round out the order, the second baseman. So with a hit to start the game, the Bucks have a runner at first. And this one's going to be punched up high between first and second. Dayton Bay is there, and there's one away on the infield fly. One on, one out. We come to Finn Schneider for the Bucks. Senior night tonight for the Mavericks, as it is the final home game of 2019. And they're also doing alumni, so there are some alumni in the building as well. Good packed house as we go back to first. Our officials for today's game, behind the plate will be Klein Voorhees. Briar Newberry is the official in the field. So Chalmers now going back to first, looking for the pickoff with Hangus there. Finn Schneider at the plate, waiting for his first pitch. Sage McMinn is on deck. And the pitch will come in over the plate for strike one. Have to hesitate a little bit with Klein because he takes a moment to give us the sign. 0-1 on the count. Pitch on the way, and here's a swing for strike two. 0-2, one out, one on. Throw back to first. Murfitt back in. Packed house tonight for the final home game of the season. Now the Mavericks have, as a pitch outside, Murfitt holds, and we'll have ball 1-2 on the count. Mavericks do have 3 conference games left and 1 non-conference game. We will be in Helena next Wednesday night for the final game of the regular season non-conference. Runner's going to go. Here's a swing. Throw to second, and it's going to be off target. Batter will be struck out swinging. And there is one away,
The designated hitter, number 11.
or two away, as we go to Sage McMinn with a runner at second. Now these two teams, they have played twice before, and we'll get into the look there in just a few moments. Dylan Chalmers back on the rubber. He is the ace for the Mavericks, and we had senior night here to start out with. Here's the pitch, and a bouncer picked up by Richardson. Here's the throw to first, and that will end the inning. Runner left behind. It stays zeros on the scoreboard. Mavericks get to bat in the bottom of the first right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Warning, warning.
Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash are at it again. They've taken what was already the best wash in town, the best value in town, and made it even better. Now, whenever you gas up your rig at Fast Trip Conoco, you can clean it up for half price. Yeah, you heard that right. When you fuel up your car at Fast Trip Conoco, you can get any wash at Magic Touch Car Wash for half price.
Warning, warning. This is not a drill.
It's the Gas It Up, Clean It Up special at Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash on reserve across from Larchmont.
Half-price wash only valid when purchased at the pump or in Fast Trip Conoco.
Stitches of Missoula is your resource for embroidery and screen printing. Give Stitches a call today at 406-529-2632 to speak with their super friendly staff and have them take care of your embroidery needs. From business logos to team jerseys, Stitches Embroidery can help you and your team look good. Check them out online at stitchesmontana.com to see their full line of silkscreen and embroidery options. Stitches is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. We've got the bottom of the first inning scoreless. Mavericks holding a runner on while retiring the inning. So now the Mavericks get to bat. Top of the order, Brendan Hill to lead off. Dane Frazier on deck, and Terad Richardson in the hole. We had senior night tonight for the Mavericks, and as the seniors come up, there was a little bit written up about each one of the seniors. So the seniors that go to the plate, I will have a little bit about them, and then we also have some seniors that are not going to get in to the game, and we'll talk about them as well. 3 of these seniors were part of that 2017 champion or team that went to the championship game.
29th year, Brett Hathaway. And leading off for the Mavericks, the center fielder, number 3.
At the Northwest Regional Tournament. Sorry, guys. So Brendan Hill comes to the plate for the Mavericks to lead off the inning, and it doesn't feel like I got it out of there. As got a little bit of an allergy sting in the nose. So Brendan Hill at the plate. Xander Petrich on the 5 valid of pitcher's mound. First pitch to Hill will be fouled off for strike 1. So Brendan Hill, academic and other achievements, magna cum laude graduate, academic all-star, all-state for football, all 4 years. Most valuable teammate award 2019 for football. As a pitch will come over the plate for strike 2. 0-2 on the count. This is Hill's 3rd year with the Mavericks, as this one's going to be check swing fouled, and we'll stay at 0-2. He played 1 year with the A squad, and then the last 2 seasons with the AA level. And Hill will be tagged to put a runner on for the Mavericks. So 1 on, no outs. We come to Dane Frazier for the Mavericks. Frazier, a graduate of Sentinel 2019. He's one of the senior class. As our umpire, Klein Voorhees, needing a baseball right out of the gate. Frazier, he graduated with cum laude honors. 1 year with the A squad, 3 with the AA. And the first pitch will be inside to Frazier. Ball 1. 1 year with the A, 3 years with the AA. Dane will be leaving in September to go to Yakima Valley College to play for the Axe and take some general courses until he decides what he wants to do. Throw to first on the pickoff is going to get away. It's deep. Hill grabs a gear at second. The throw is made, and Hill will slide into third off the air. And that is not something the Bucks can afford in this game. Here's Frazier with a foul ball, and well, there goes the new lights that they just replaced as Frazier knocked one into the lights down the first base line. The Mavericks just had some lights replaced last week, and well, they'll have to call him back out and have him take a look at it. 1-1 on the count. That pitch brings up ball 2, 2-1. Trad Richardson in the on-deck circle, runner at third, no outs. Here's the pitch, and Frazier bounces this one out, picked up by the shortstop. Hill will come home, and the Mavericks get on the board. There's one away.
The shortstop, number 13, Trad Richardson.
So we get Trad Richardson for the Mavericks. 1 run earned, or scored. 1 out. Bases are cleared. Here's the pitch to Richardson, and he'll foul it back into himself for strike 1. Trad, another senior, as he graduated from Frenchtown High School in 2019. He's a multi-sport athlete, football, soccer, baseball, and basketball. Played basketball his freshman year. Here's the pitch, and this one's bounced out to the shortstop. Fruin will have the throw, and a glove by Simcox at first. And the ground out will put 2 away now.
The left fielder, number 10, Bridger Johnson.
Brings us to Bridger Johnson for the Mavericks with 2 outs, nobody on. Johnson settling in. And Petrich will deliver over the plate for strike 1. Bridger Johnson in left field for the Mavericks. He's been a utility outfielder as this one comes in low to make it 1-1 on the count. We have the alumni in the building tonight. As the pitch comes inside to Johnson. Ball 2, 2-1. We've also got some future Mavericks here. As I see the Mud Dogs down there. Here's a shot over the second baseman's head. It'll roll into right field deep. Johnson will be at first. And the Mavericks are back in business with a runner. With 2 outs. We come to the designated hitter, Stuart Long, now for the Mavericks. Stewart, another senior, as this one is thrown in for the pickoff. Stewart, a graduate in 2019 of Hellgate High School, as this one comes in for a strike. 0-1 to Long. He's going to attend Washington and Lee University in Lexington, Virginia. Here's one that gets away from the catcher. The throw to second is made, but not in time as Johnson slides in. And the ball pitch will result in a stolen base. One and one on the count. Here's the pitch by Johnson. By Petrich. And it'll be over the plate. Strike 2, 1-2 on the count. And a step off on the rubber by Petrich. Forces Johnson back to second. 1-2 on the count. Pitch delivered, foul ball, and we stay at 1-2. Drew Stensrud in the on-deck circle, 2 outs, runner at second, bottom of first. Mavericks lead 1-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. And Long with the foul ball stays alive. Long graduating from Hellgate, magna cum laude. Petrich with the pitch. And Long having a duck out of the way. We'll go 2-2. Now, as far as the earlier games this year, the Mavericks and the Bucks, Mavericks would take the first game on Memorial Day weekend as this one's hopped into center field. The center fielder comes up on it, puts it in the glove, and that is the inning. The Mavericks score a run. And we'll have the top of the second right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Montana owned and Montana proud. Your $29 a month Montana Mega Gym. Fuel has premier facilities with the latest equipment, nutrition superstores, high energy classes, refreshing smoothie bars, attentive childcare, expert trainers, and we never close. Best of all, you have access to 6 locations statewide for just $29 a month. That's less than $1 a day. Get Montana strong at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition. Go to clubfuelfitness.com right now to find a Montana location near you.
The Missoula Prep Sports Network is Missoula's home for high school sports, and we need your help. MPSN is looking for local businesses to help us cover our local high school athletes by advertising their business on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. If you know of a business that would be interested in helping the Missoula Prep Sports Network in our coverage of high school sports in the Missoula area, drop us a line by using the Contact Us link at MPSN406.com. MPSN, Missoula's home for Missoula's Prep Sports heroes.
Welcome back to MPSN as we come to the top of the second inning. Mavericks lead 1-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. For the Bucks, it is the 5, 6, 7 batters. Ben Hubley to lead off. Alton Geiselman is in the on deck, and Karsten Simcox in the hole. Dylan Chalmers now on the mound, and here's the first pitch of the inning. And this one's whacked into center field in the gap. Hill will come up on it, and it's back-to-back singles for the Bucks to lead off innings. Alton Geiselman now. And it looks like I gave the Bucks one of the Maverick hits. Gate is open down the third base line as a bunt is showing for Geiselman, Alton Geiselman. And we'll have strike 1 to the catcher. So Dylan Chalmers on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound. He is one of those seniors who we're celebrating tonight as we go to first on the pickoff play. Chalmers, graduate of Sentinel High School in 2019. On the honor roll, participated in Mountain West Indoor Track Program, DECA, and Student Government. And here's a bunt in defense, picked up, throw to first, and Bay will have the out on the bunt as Geiselman was trying to defend himself with that one.
First base number 15, Karsten Simcox.
So with one away, we come to Carson Simcox, the first baseman for the Bucks. 1 out, 1 up. Inside pitch. We'll bring up ball 1 to Simcox. So Chalmers, in addition to DECA the Mountain West Indoor Track Program and Student Government this spring. He assisted coaching in the 13U travel ball team, the Aces, as this one's right into Richardson. Richardson will have the pickup. The throw to first is not in time, and that will be a runner at first and second for and we're holding. They are going to call that a hit for the Bucks. Held the runner at second. Runners at first and second, one out. Chalmers now facing Logan Palethorpe. And the first pitch to Palethorpe is over the plate for strike one. This is Chalmers' third year with the Mavericks, coming up from Laramie, as this one's punched over first base. It's going to be just out of play, but Hangus is there with the glove, and that's 2 outs. Runners stay at first and second, 2 away. And we come to the third baseman, the bottom of the order, Parker McMahon. Here's a pitch in to Palethorpe for ball one by Chalmers. We'll get to Chalmers' numbers here. Dylan's going to attend Yakima Community College in Yakima, Washington on a baseball scholarship. He's going to study business and education, would like to coach baseball. As we get the outside pitch for ball 2, 2-0. I think Chalmers will make a great coach, as Hathaway is going to come out and visit with his ace real quick like. And you folks should go and visit our friends over at Fast Trip Conoco. Fast Trip Conoco, your one-stop shop convenience store located on South Reserve across from Larchmont Golf Course. They've got the most convenient gas pumps, the largest selection of cold drinks, and the biggest freezer in town for ice. Stop in and see our friends at Fast Trip Conoco, proud sponsors of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. So we get back into action with Parker McMahon, 2-0 on the count. Runners at first and second. Here's the pitch and Chalmers will deliver over the plate for strike one, 2-1 on the count. Top of the order in the on-deck circle for the Bucks. Here's Chalmers with the pitch. And this one's punched foul. It's going to come back up over our heads, maybe land on top of the building here. And the foul ball will take us to 2-2 on the count. A little bit of cloud cover here tonight at Lindbergh Craig Field, and that's the way the season has gone. Chalmers with the pitch, a reach. This one's fair down the third base line. Throw to first by Stensrud is on target, and Hangus will have the stick to the bag. 2 runners left behind, and the Mavericks hold on to a 1-0 lead. Back with the bottom of the second right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by Five Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, Five Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. Five Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN.
Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is Missoula's one-stop shop for all your hockey and lacrosse needs.
Check this out.
It may be warm outside, but you can still take care of your hockey fix in their 1/3 sized indoor rink.
Really? Wow, crazy.
Stop in to 1010 North Avenue West and see what they have in store for your hockey needs. Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. We go to the bottom of the second inning. The Mavericks lead 1-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Mavericks will have the 6, 7, 8 batters. Drew Stensrud to lead off. Andrew Clausen is on deck, and Zach Hangus is in the hole. For the Bucks, it is Xander Petrich on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound. And they would actually put Petrich back in the bullpen while the Bucks were batting to kind of get that arm loosened up. And we'll see how he does against Drew Stensrud. Senior night here at Lindbergh Craig Field while they honor the alum, and Stensrud will take a slice for strike 1. So the Bucks and the Mavericks at the top of Double-A baseball. Mavericks 16-4 as Stensrud will be tagged with the pitch. And that's back-to-back innings that the leadoff batter has been hit by a pitch. Brings up Andrew Clausen now for the Mavericks, the catcher, with 1 on and no outs. But the Mavericks 16-4. They are a game and a half ahead of the Bucks, so a win for the Bucks tonight would be a huge thing. Mavericks with a big road trip, though, this weekend as they go to Lethbridge. The Elks in the number 3 spot. They're 11-8. Then you got the Lakers in 4th at 10-9. The Senators 9-9. They're playing the Billings Royals right now as Clausen's going to foul this one off to bring up strike 1. The Royals 7-9. Scarlets 10-13. Chargers 5-14. And the Monarchs 5-16. Monarchs and Chargers fighting for that last spot to get in to the state tournament 1 week from this coming Saturday, folks. The summer has come and gone. Here's the 0-1 as they're going to throw over to first to hold Stensrud. Petrich with the pitch now. And Clausen showing bunt. He'll lay the bunt down the third base line. The throw to first is made, and the sac bunt will do its job as Stensrud makes his way to second.
The first baseman, number 11, Zach Hangus.
1 out. Stensrud at second as we get Zach Hangus in the on-deck circle. Or in the box, I should say. Clyde Voorhees, our plate umpire. Briar Newberry in the field. And the fans still coming in. It's a great night for the Mavericks here tonight. Inside pitch will bring up ball 1 to Zach Hangus. We have got a packed house here, folks, as majority of the seating down below me to the left and right of me is full down the first base line. And then the Bucks fans filling in down the third base line. Here's the 1-0 fouled off for strike 1. 1-1 on the count. Hangus filling in at the first base spot. Here's the 1-1. And Voorhees will bark out strike 2. 1-2 for Hangus. Hangus coming up from the A squad this year. Has been a great addition both on the 5 Valley pitcher's mound and holding down that first base spot. He's got a nice big body for that first base spot. He'll swing for strike 3, and that is 2 outs. We go to the bottom of the order now for the Mavericks. Dayton Bay. 2 outs and a runner at second. Here's Petrich with the pitch, and Geiselman keeps it in front of him for ball 1. 1-0 on the count. Stensrud at second with the lead. There's the 1-0 to Bay. And it'll be outside for ball 2. Geiselman trying to keep it in front of him. Mavericks coming off of a 2-1 series against the Monarchs. Monarchs taking the 3rd game of the series. As Bay fouls this one back into the catcher. Brings up strike 1, 2-1 on the count. Stretch and set by Petrich. And Bay sends this one into left field. The left fielder with the glove, and that will end the inning. Stensrud left behind. Mavericks lead 1-0. Top of the 3rd right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Do you have a property you'd like to sell? Maybe you're looking for a new place to call your own. Well, you're in luck because the Kelly Touch is the local realtor for you. Whether small or large, the Kelly Touch would love to help you find your piece of Montana to call home. From Kalispell to Florence, the Kelly Touch has the experience to help you buy or sell property throughout western Montana. The Kelly Touch, your professional real estate needs met. The Kelly Touch is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Hello folks, Chris Stratton here. You know me as the voice of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. I'm here to announce that the Milk Crate Media will be launching their newest project, the Chris Stratton Show podcast. That's right, folks. We're going to take our play-by-play coverage and bring it into the studio to give our student athletes in Missoula a voice to tell their stories. It'll be launching on July 15th on the Milk Crate Media Network, and you'll be able to find it at thechrisstrattonshow.com, as well as any of your outlets for podcasts.
Welcome back to MPSN as we move to the top of the 3rd inning, and we go to the top of the order for the Bucks as Keller Murfitt will lead things off. Dylan Chalmers back on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound for the Mavericks, and it is 1-0 Mavericks on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. So Murfitt settles in. And Chalmers will deliver the first pitch of the inning, and it's rocked into right field. Frazier will run it down. The runner will come to the corner. Frazier buckles. The throw to second, and the Bucks will have a runner at second now.
Number 1, my friend.
Takes us to Michael Friend for the Bucks with 1 on, no outs. Chalmers on the mound. Now, in the first game, it would be Fruin who would finish out with 2/3 of a inning on the pitcher's mound to end the game on the 25th of May, as Chalmers will have the first pitch fouled off. Fruin did not bat that day, as he'll bat this one right into the glove of Hangis. The throw to second, and they've got the out. Double play turn for the Mavericks.
Number 17, Ben Schrader.
So with 2 away, we come to Finn Schneider for the Bucks. So the Mavericks would get the win on the 25th of May as Snyder swings for strike 1. The Bucks would get the win on the 11th of June here at Lindbergh Craig Field. That would be a 6-1 win for the Bucks, as this one's fouled off to bring up strike 2. The first game on the 25th, that would be an 8-7 win for the Mavericks in walk-off fashion in 8 innings. 0-2 on the count. And a strikeout to end the inning. So a double play and a strikeout. The Mavericks will have the bat in the bottom of the third. Right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 55 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Did your computer go down? Don't worry. Mike's Print and Copy has computer rentals available until you can get your computer replaced. In addition to computer rentals, Mike's has self-serve copiers so you can take care of your printing needs at your time. Do you have large-scale printing that needs to be done? From high-tech blueprints to large quantities, Mike's Print and Copy is your print store. Stop in and say hi to Mike at their new location at 1605 South Avenue West in Missoula. Mike's Print and Copy, proud sponsors of the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Welcome back to MPSN, and it looks as though the Bucks have made a change on the Five Valley pitcher's mound. Just getting the alert now, so as we get the look, it looks like number 11 possibly. Oh, the DH is coming in, so Sage McMint is now pitching for the Bucks. So Sage McMinn comes in for the Bucks. McMinn would pitch in the 25th of May game, going 2 innings. He'd have 3 hits, 2 runs. Neither one of them earned, walked 1 and struck out 2. McMinn would get the start and the win for the Bucks on the 11th. He would pitch 6 innings as Brendan Hill comes to the plate. 6 innings, no runs off of 7 hits, 2 walks and 8 strikeouts. So the Bucks making the switch to McMinn. Here's the pitch in for ball 1 or strike 1. A little bit of a breeze coming up as Hill will take the second pitch for strike 2. 0-2 on the count to Hill. For Hill, he was hit by a pitch his first at-bat. And a foul ball will keep Hill going at 0-2. Dane Frazier is on deck. Trad Richardson in the hole. So the top of the order to start the bottom of the third for the Mavericks. Here's the pitch by McMinn, and he'll deliver ball 1 now. 1-2 on the count. McMinn with the delivery. And that'll take us to 2-2 on the count. So looking at our other seniors as we've been through the seniors in the order as time is called. The ones that are not in the lineup, Thomas Martin, graduate of Sentinel in 2019. 2-2 on the count, no outs. Here's the pitch to Hill, and Hill will be struck out swinging for the first out.
Number 7, Dane Frazier.
Brings up Dane Frazier for the Mavericks. With 1 out, nobody on. Bottom of the third. Thomas Martin, 4 years with the Mavericks. He's going to go to Miles Community College to play baseball and further education with wildlife biology and science degree. Pitch upstairs, out of the glove of Geiselman. We'll bring up ball 1. Connor Daniels is another Maverick that is not in the lineup that is part of senior night tonight. And this one will hop in front of the plate to bring up ball 2. 2-0 on the count. For Connor Daniels, graduate of Sentinel High School. Connor graduated with honors. Connor started with the Mavs his freshman year, played 2 years at the A level and 2 years with the AA. As Ball 3 is delivered. 3-0 on the count to Frazier. Trad Richardson on deck. Connor started with the Mavs. He has played multiple positions, including first base, right field, and pitcher. As we'll get strike one delivered now, 3-1, and I had to laugh at at Connors, as he said that himself, Parker Stevens, and Dylan Chalmers are the staff. Here's a walk for Frazier to put a runner at first for the Mavericks. 1 out. Bottom of the third. So Trad Richardson at the plate for the Mavericks. Dane Frazier at first off the walk and 1 out. Now I mentioned Connor Daniels, Dylan Chalmers, and Parker Stevens are the staff this year, as they are the 3 dedicated pitchers, as this one's fouled off by Richardson for strike 1. Parker Stevens, a graduate of Sentinel High School, played basketball for 2 years and football for 4, including making the state semifinal game in 2017 with the Sentinel Spartans. He's played with the Mavericks for 4 years, as there's a throw to first to stick Dane over there. Dane Frazier at first. 1 year with the A team, and this is his 3rd year with the AA. And he is one of 3. Dane Frazier, Parker Stevens, pitch delivered. And bring up ball 1, a 1-1 on the count. Dane Frazier, Trad Richardson, and Parker Stevens, the final 3 of that 2017 state championship team that played in the championship game, as Richardson's got a deep ball, but the left fielder will put it in the glove.
Number 10, Bridger Johnson.
And we'll have 2 outs now. Brings up Bridger Johnson for the Mavericks with a runner at first and 2 outs. Parker Stevens is going to go to University of Montana Western in Dillon, where he plans to pursue a degree in science education. So those are your seniors for the Missoula Mavericks. And I did stream and record the senior night, and I will have that up tomorrow, so you can go back and watch it if you'd like to. 1-0 on the count to Johnson, as McMinn will deliver over the plate. 1-1 on the count. Sage McMinn started out as a designated hitter, came in here to take over on the pitcher's mound. A little bit of moisture spitting in the window here, as we'll go to strike 2. 1-2 on the count, 2 outs. Dane Frazier at first. And Dane's going to go. This is going to be off, and a good job by Fruand at the shortstop position to keep that from going all the way into center field. Dane Frazier will have the stolen base off the ball pitch. 2-2. And we'll go to a full count at 3-2. 2 outs, Dane Frazier at second. Stuart Long in the on-deck circle. And it'll be a walk for Bridger Johnson. So that'll take us to Stuart Long for the Mavericks. Frazier at second, Johnson at first. And McMinn will deliver over the plate to Long for strike 1. Stuart Long with a line drive, his first at-bat. This one will be hopped in the dirt for ball 1. 1-1 on the count. 2 outs, and that will bring out the pitching coach to check in with McMinn. So the Mavericks on the road. They will be in Lethbridge Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. MPSN will not have coverage of those games. Those are the only 3 games this season that MPSN will not have coverage of. And then it's back home on, actually they stay on the road, but a trip to Helena on Wednesday, a week from tonight. That's a 9-inning non-conference game, as Monday is the final day of conference play. 1-1 on the count to Long. And a pitch delivered over the plate will bring up strike 2, 1-2. So that might have been a communication thing between catcher and coach. As Stuart Long delivers this one into the glove of Simcox at first, and that will be the inning. No runs, the Mavericks leave 2, and it stays 1-0. Top of the 4th right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Coming this summer, Milk Crate Media 406 will be the home to a new group of local podcasts to highlight our great state of Montana and the people within it. Starting with a local show to promote Missoula sports athletes. Next, a podcast that will take a look at worldviews. Then a show that will entertain you while informing you about Montana's great outdoors. And finally, a podcast that will take a look at the people and places that make Montana great. Stop by mcratemedia.com to see the full line of new podcasts.
When your workout window is small, you don't want to travel far, wait for parking, and hope for an open machine. Let Fuel Fitness and Nutrition ignite your life with no waiting. Fuel has plentiful parking and 30,000 square feet of weight and cardio training equipment. When you want it, you'll get it at Fuel. Businesses, don't hesitate to sign up with Fuel. We have enough parking and equipment to handle your entire staff and 24/7 access so they can get in shape around work schedules. Ignite your life with no waiting at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition in the Holiday Village Shopping Center.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. We have the top of the 4th inning. Mavericks leading 1-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. And it will be the pitcher, Sage McMinn, for the Bucks. Dylan Chalmers back on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound. First pitch of the inning on its way, and that's going to be delivered in for ball 1. Thought Voorhees was going to raise his fist for the strike, but he'll say that's ball 1. So, as Chalmers delivers, here's a check swing. And they'll say ball 2, 2-0. On the, let's see, which one do we have here? That's the 11th. The first game, the 25th of May, as Chalmers delivers outside for ball 3, 3-0. McMinn grounded out his first at bat. This one will deliver over the plate for three and 1 on the count. And we'll go to a full count on that pitch, 3-2. But on the 25th, Chalmers would get the start and Frazier would finish it off. Chalmers was 7 1/3 innings. As a swing, and they're going to say this is a pass ball. Throw down the first, and we've got 1 away. This is the first inning the Mavericks have been able to put out the leadoff batter. So we come to Ben Hubley for the Bucks as Chalmers delivers over the plate for strike 1. Hubley a single, his first at bat, and he'll take a heavy slice, bring up ball 1 as he steps out of the way. 1-1 on the count. Chalmers with the delivery. And this one's banged shallow into left field. Actually, it's got a little bit of leg on it as Johnson's going to have to run it out. He does put it in the glove, and that is 2 outs. Looks like that one was going to go up shallow, but it gained a little leg as it got up into the atmosphere. We come to Alton Geiselman. That first game, Chalmers would have 7 runs off of 8 hits. 5 of those runs were earned as we'll bring up strike 1. 4 walks and 3 strikeouts for Chalmers in that first game. Pitch upstairs, makes it 1-1 on the count. Here's the pitch. Outside. Brings up ball 2, 2-1 on the count. Here's a swing foul. And we'll go 2-2 on the count. Nobody on, 2 outs. Top of the 4th inning. Mavericks lead 1-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. This is a huge conference game. Here's the 2-2. And it'll build us to a full count at 3-2. In the 11th of June game, it would be Dane Frazier that would pitch against the Bucks. And it's a walk with 2 outs. Takes us to Karsten Simcox, the first baseman. So Simcox settles in, a runner at first, and they'll throw over there. The sun coming out and gracing us with its presence as we've had some cloud cover for most of the day here in Missoula, Montana. Chalmers with the pitch, and this one's bounced out. Stensrud on the hop. Here's the throw to first. Hangus is there, and that is the inning. Leaving one behind, the Mavericks get to bat in the bottom of the 4th, holding on a 1-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard.
Some changes in life are too painful to go through alone, and Cunningham Law can help in making difficult decisions from divorce to child custody. Kyle Cunningham focuses solely on family law. Cunningham Law will help you land on your feet when big changes come to your family and life. Visit www.familylawmontana.com or give Kyle a call at 406-203-4678 today. Cunningham Law Services. You don't have to go through this alone. Cunningham Law is a proud sponsor of the Northwest Regional Tournament.
If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by Five Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, Five Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. Five Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Mavericks batting in the bottom of the 4th, leading 1-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. It's Drew Stensrud to lead off. Andrew Clausen in the on-deck circle, and Zach Hangus is in the holes. 5, 6, 7, 8 batters. Sage McMinn back out for his second inning of duty on the Five Valley Auto pitcher's mound. So Stensrud settles in. Here's the pitch. Upstairs. Ball 1. Stensrud hit by a pitch to start the 2nd inning. This one's outside. Brings up ball 2, 2-0. Andrew Clausen in the on-deck circle. And an outside pitch will bring up ball 3, 3-0. Delivery over the plate brings up strike 1, 3-1 on the count for Stensrud. And Stensrud with a pop foul down the first base line. This one's going to be out of play. And we go to a full count at 3-2 now to the 3rd baseman. Stensrud has been a force for the Mavericks. Standing up at that 3rd base position. Has another foul ball. Keeps us at 3-2. McMinn with the delivery, and Stensrud slices it foul. 3-2 on the count. Leadoff batter in the bottom of the fourth. Mavericks leading 1-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Klein Voorhees, our plate umpire, gives us the count. And McMinn will deliver. And it's a walk to put Stensrud on to start the inning.
Number 14.
Brings up the catcher, Andrew Clausen, for the Mavericks. McMinn with the stretch and set. Showing bunt, backing off. They'll throw down the line to first, and Stensrud will hop back in just in time. And it'll be ball one to Clausen. Clausen had the sack bunt, his first at bat. McMinn now with the stretch and set, and they will throw to first to stick Stensrud. Parker McMahon at third, coming down the line, expecting the bunt, and McMinn will deliver over the plate for strike one. A 1-1 on the count to Clausen. Andrew Clausen with some big shoes to fill at that catcher position, as they'll whip it back over to first. Pitch on the way, upstairs. Brings up ball two, 2-1. McMinn checking Stensrud at first. And Clausen slices it off foul, and we go 2-2. For Clausen on the season. Leads the teams with hit by pitches, 17, as he takes this one foul. That's in 49 games, 125 at-bats. 2-2. Comes in tight to take us to a full count. Clausen settles in, full count pitch. And he's walked, back-to-back walks for McMinn. Will bring up the first baseman, Zach Hangus. No outs.
Number 11, Zach Hangus.
Hangus looks down the third base line to get the signal from Brent Hathaway, Mavericks manager has been with the program for 29 seasons. Brian Mosier's at first. Mosier, a former player, now a coach. As this one's batted up the first base line, there is somebody at first, but he's not holding on to it. That'll get the ball down the first base line. Stensrud will come home, and the Mavericks will score a run. So we'll wait. We'll put the score on the board, but we're waiting to see how they're going to score that one. And that'll bring up a conference infield. Dax, are you going to have that as an error, or?
Yeah, that's an error on the second base.
Okay. Alrighty, so they're going to mark it on the board as an error for the Bucks.
Number 1, Dayton Bay.
That brings us to the bottom of the order, Dayton Bay. Dayton Bay will foul the first pitch off for strike one. No outs on the board. Mavericks with runners on the corners. Angus at first. Clausen at third. Here's the 0-1 to Bay. Gets away from Geiselman, sending Hangus down the line. And the Mavericks will have runners at second and third now with no outs. 1-1 on the count. Here's the pitch by McMinn, and this bunt is going to come right back at us. I thought that one was going to be in the booth with us, but it gained height. And we're at 1-2 to Bay. Bay with a line drive, his first at bat. Outside pitch brings up ball 2, 2-2 on the count. McMinn delivers, and it's hit right at McMinn up the gut. That'll bring Clausen home. Hangus will hold, and Bay makes the corner. They'll go ahead and let Hangus trot home, and the Mavericks will have a run off the double by Bay.
Number 3, Brendan Hill.
And they're going to mark an error. So that takes us to the top of the order. And Hill will have the bunt, and scampering down the first baseline. That'll put runners back on the corners for the Mavericks.
Number 7, Dane Frazier.
We come to Dane Frazier now for the Mavericks. No outs, runners on the corners. Mavericks leading 4-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. And Frazier will foul it back into himself for strike one. Dayton Bay stands at third with Brendan Hill at first. 0 outs, and we get the manager for the Bucks, Schultz, to come out discussing the call as it came off of Bay foul, or came off of Bay when he swung on it and went, or Frazier, I apologize, and went into the grass, and I'm wondering if they're discussing whether that should have been in play. So 0-1 on the count to Frazier. And a foul ball deep down the first base line will bring up strike two. 0-2 on the count. Frazier with a ground out and a walk on the night. They'll throw over to first, forcing Hill back in. Bay with a dance at third. 0-2 on the count. No outs. Bottom of 4, and here's Frazier with a roller up to the shortstop. The race to the bag, down the line, and it's a double play turned with a score, or a run scored. And the Mavericks will make it 5-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. So we go to Trad Richardson with 2 outs. Bases cleared off the double play. Richardson, 1-0, now gets ball 2, 2-0. Richardson with a ground out and a fly out on his game. And a swing with contact. Regardless, it's going to be strike 1. 2-1 on the count to Richardson. Bottom of 4, 2 outs on the board now. Richardson with a foul ball. Takes us to 2-2. Bridger Johnson in the on-deck circle for the Mavericks. Richardson's fly out into left, his last at bat, as this one's punched up foul again, and we stay at 2-2. But Richardson's fly out into left was deep. He was short as the left fielder. Snyder would pick it up at the warning track, but looked like it had some leg. This one's going to come off the middle of the bat. It's got lots of height, and it will land just outside of the glove of the center fielder. Great play by Murfitt to get over there, but could not get the glove in front of it, and that is a runner on for the Mavericks.
Number 10, Bridger Johnson.
So with 2 outs, we get Bridger Johnson for the Mavericks. Richardson at first. Mavericks with 4 runs here in the bottom of the 4th. Sage McMinn with the stretch and set. And an inside pitch will bring up ball 1. For Johnson, a single and a walk. Here's a roller. The second baseman will have it. The toss to the shortstop at second, and Richardson's out to end the inning. Mavericks with 4 runs to take a 5-0 lead. Top of the 5th right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
MPSN is back to live stream the Montana Legion Baseball AA and State A tournaments this summer. Join us live from Billings, Montana for the State AA Tournament and Florence, Montana for the State A tournaments, July 27th through the 31st for all the play-by-play action of every game. If you know of a local business in your community that would like to sponsor the coverage of the games on MPSN, please send us an email. MPSN. Legion Baseball's home for the 2019 Montana State Legion Baseball Tournaments.
Warning, warning.
Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash are at it again. They've taken what was already the best wash in town, the best value in town, and made it even better. Now, whenever you gas up your rig at Fast Trip Conoco, you can clean it up for half price. Yeah, you heard that right. When you fuel up your car at Fast Trip Conoco, you can get any wash at Magic Touch Car Wash for half price.
Warning, warning. This is not a drill.
It's the Gas It Up, Clean It Up special at Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash on reserve across from Larchmont.
Half-price wash only valid when purchased at the pump or in Fast Trip Conoco.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Number 8, Logan Billboard.
We get the top of the 5th inning. Mavericks leading 5-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. And it's the 8-9 batters to lead off for the Bucks. Logan Palethorpe at the plate. Here's Dylan Chalmers from the 5 Valley Pitcher's Mound, and he'll deliver ball 1 to Palethorpe. So Dylan Chalmers on the 5 Valley Pitcher's Mound. Let's take a look at his stats as he'll deliver ball 2, 2-0. For Dylan Chalmers, 10-1 on his win-loss record, as this one's bounced foul. And we'll have strike 1, 2-1 on the count. I guess we are 2-1 on the count, as this one will go foul. We go 2-2 to Palethorpe. Thought I was off, but we are 2-2. And a swing down the line. Hanga sticks the bag, and it's a pass ball for the first out of the inning.
Number 13, Parker McMahon.
Takes us to the pitcher, Parker McMahon. That is actually the third baseman. McMahon and McMahon. I'll get confused easily. But for Chalmers, 10-1 as he delivers the pitch. Comes in for ball one. 19 games, 14 of them started. 80.33 innings pitched coming in as he delivers this one over the plate to go 1-1. 53 runs off of 84 hits. 34 of those runs were earned as an upstairs pitch will bring up ball two, 2-1. Dilly has allowed 1 home run. He has hit 6, walked 21, and struck out 66 with an ERA of 3.81. So the 2-1 count.
Is off and running. Got our first donation tonight from Becky Hofstad. If you would like to make a donation or inquire about sponsorship opportunities, contact Aaron Bay or Ginger Clausen. They'll be glad to take your money.
So Hathaway comes out for a visit to the mound to check in with his pitcher. 2-1 on the count, 1 out, as Parker McMahon is at the plate. And Hathaway will head back to the dugout down the first base line, and Hathaway will jog back to the dugout. So 2-1 on the count, 1 out. Dylan Chalmers with the pitch. And a foul ball will take us to 2-2. One out, nobody on. Top of 5 in a 7-inning game. This is a conference game as we get another swing, drop, third strike, and that's 2 away.
Number 2, Keller Murphy.
Two away. Top of 5. Brings us to the top of the order, Keller Murphy. Mavericks 5-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard, and this one gets away from Clausen. Ball 1. Pitch brought in. Brings up ball 2, 2-1-0 to Murphy. Murphy with a single and a double on the game. 2 outs, nobody on, top of 5. Here's the pitch by Chalmers, and this one's rocketed foul down the first base line, and we'll have strike 1 to Murphy. Michael Fruin in the on-deck circle. Chalmers with the pitch and delivered out. Oh, that is over the plate for a strike. 2-2. You got to give Voorhees some time as he likes to hesitate and make you wonder what the pitch is. 2-2. And this one's lifted, shallow. Center field, Dayton Bay is there, and it's 1-2-3 for the Bucks. Mavericks have the 5th right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Did your computer go down? Don't worry, Mike's Print and Copy has computer rentals available until you can get your computer replaced. In addition to computer rentals, Mike's has self-serve copiers so you can take care of your printing needs at your time. Do you have large-scale printing that needs to be done? From high-tech blueprints to large quantities, Mike's Print and Copy is your print store. Stop in and say hi to Mike at their new location at 1605 South Avenue West in Missoula. Mike's Print and Copy, proud sponsors of the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Do you have a property you'd like to sell? Maybe you're looking for a new place to call your own. Well, you're in luck because the Kelly Touch is the local realtor for you. Whether small or large, the Kelly Touch would love to help you find your piece of Montana to call home. From Kalispell to Florence, the Kelly Touch has the experience to help you buy or sell property throughout western Montana. The Kelly Touch, your professional real estate needs met. The Kelly Touch is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Bottom of the fifth inning, the Mavericks leading 5-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. As we get Stuart Long for the Mavericks, it is the 5-6-7 batters. Stuart Long, Drew Stensrud on deck, and Andrew Clausen in the hole. Long's going to bounce this one out to Fruin. The throw to first, and the shortstop ground out will be the first out of the inning.
Number 5, Drew Stensrud.
So the Helena Senators took a game away from the Billings Royals. Looks like they tied. The first game would be won by the Royals. The second game won as Stensrud pops this one shallow into center field, and that's 2 outs.
Number 14, Andrew Clausen.
So we go to Andrew Clausen with 2 away. Bottom of the fifth, Mavericks leading 5-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. So the Royals get the first game 6-3, and then the Senators come back and get the second game 3-0. First pitch into Clausen. I believe it was a ball. We'll wait for Voorhees to give us the count as that one gets away. 2-0 on the count. Here's Sage McMahon with the pitch, and it is tight across the elbow. Brings up ball 3-0. Here's the pitch by McMahon, and it's a walk for Clausen. Back-to-back walks for the catcher. And with 2 outs, the Mavericks will have a runner on board. Brings up the first baseman, Zach Hangus, for the Mavericks. And McMahon will deliver ball 1. Hunter McMahon coming in for Beatrich in the third as ball 2 is brought in. Geiselman wrestling with it. 2-0. McMahon at 65 pitches, 34 of them over the plate. He's got 2 less innings than Chalmers, but Chalmers with 9 less pitches as we get strike 1. 2-1 on the count. Chalmers with 56 pitches on the game. Hangus with a swing, and we'll go 2-2. Clausen at first. Here's the 2-2 to Hangus, and he'll deliver ball 3, full count. 3-2. McMahon with the stretch and set. Clausen's going to go, but it doesn't matter, and a throw into center field. Clausen will go ahead and grab a gear and go to third. Miscommunication on the defensive side for the Bucks. And Clausen will get to third off an error on the catcher. So 3 errors against the Bucks. As we get the bottom of the order, Dayton Bay, and the first pitch to Bay is delivered in for strike 1. For Dayton Bay, a line drive and a single. 2 outs. Bay with a launch into left field. This one's got a little bit of leg, but Snyder is there, and that is the inning. So the Mavericks get some runners on, but they're left behind. We'll go to the top of the 6th. Mavericks leading 5-0.
Hello folks, Chris Stratton here. You know me as the voice of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. I'm here to announce that the Milk Crate Media will be launching their newest project, the Chris Stratton Show podcast. That's right, folks. We're going to take our play-by-play coverage and bring it into the studio to give our student athletes in Missoula a voice to tell their stories. It'll be launching on July 15th on the Milk Crate Media Network, and you'll be able to find it at thechrisstrattonshow.com, as well as any of your outlets for podcasts.
Advertising on the web can be intimidating. Where do you start? What is the most effective way to reach the audience you are targeting? Milk Crate Media can help you reach your audience, whether it is social media marketing or creating a unique commercial for streaming or for radio advertising. Milk Crate Media can help you build a new website or rebuild your existing website that will bring users back again and again. Visit www.mcratemedia.com today. Milk Crate Media is a proud sponsor of prep sports in Missoula and the surrounding valley.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Top of the 6th inning, Mavericks lead 5-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. We get Michael Friend leading off. 2-3-4 batters for the Bucks in the top of the 6th. Mavericks with 1 run in the first and 4 in the 4th to make it 5-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Here's Dylan Chalmers. His first pitch is going to be launched shallow into right field. Dane Frazier is there.
Number 17,
and there's one away. So we go to Finn Schneider for the Bucks with 1 out, nobody on. Top of the 6th. Chalmers with the pitch to Schneider. Clausen not able to hold on to it. We'll have ball 1-0. Chalmers at 58 pitches, 39 over the plate. In his 6 innings of duties, 5 leading up to this one, 5 1/3 I should say, as he'll deliver ball 2-0. Bucks and Mavericks sitting at the top of Legion AA. Mavericks 16-4. As this one is rocketed into left field. Johnson with a bead on it, and we'll have 1 on with 1 out for the Bucks.
Number 11, Sage McMinn.
Brings up Sage McMinn. McMinn, a ground out and a pass ball. So the Mavericks 16-4, an .800 winning percentage. As Chalmers is outside for ball 1. Mavericks 156 runs for and 98 against as this one's fouled off to go 1-1 on the count. The Bucks 14-5, a .737 percentage. 1.5 games behind the Mavericks. 159 runs for and 84 runs against for the Bucks. As a swing will bring up strike 2. 1-2 on the count to McMinn. Here's the pitch by Chalmers, and it's upstairs to go 2-2. Chalmers, the ace for the Mavericks the last 2 seasons. Here's a bouncing ball, fair. And Chalmers will wait for it. It will be called foul. And we'll stay 2-2. Chalmers waiting for it to roll over the foul line. Two and two. Throw to first. Now the stretch and set by Chalmers. And a foul ball will keep us going at 2-2. Snyder at first, 1 out. Top of 6. Outside pitch takes us to a full count, 3-2. So the Mavericks on the road Saturday, Sunday, and Monday to Lethbridge. Final day of conference play is Monday the 22nd. Here's a roller. Richardson will have the step on the bag down the line to first, and the double play is turned to end the sixth. Infield defense stifles the Bucks. Mavericks bat in the sixth right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
MPSN is back to live stream the Montana Legion Baseball AA and State A tournaments this summer. Join us live from Billings, Montana for the State AA Tournament and Florence, Montana for the State A Tournaments, July 27th through the 31st for all the play-by-play action of every game. If you know of a local business in your community that would like to sponsor the coverage of the games on MPSN, please send us an email. MPSN. Legion Baseball's home for the 2019 Montana State Legion Baseball Tournaments.
Hey, are you gonna try out that new gym? I hear it's really cheap.
Not a chance. They don't have group exercise classes with awesome instructors like we get at Fuel. And the owners are in New York City. What?
New York City!
Mm-hmm. The New York way is not the Montana way, so no way.
Fuel Fitness and Nutrition, your Montana born and bred fitness chain. And unlike the others, we never close.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network, as we've got the legend Kyle Cunningham in the press box, former president of the Mavericks. Alumni and senior night all on one night, packed house as they honored the seniors before the game, and the alumni have been streaming in all night long. It has been a fun night for everyone. The Mavericks will have the top of the order in the bottom of the sixth. Brendan Hill to lead off. Dane Frazier on deck and Trad Richardson in the hole. Sage McMinn continues his duty on the 5 Valley Auto pitchers mound. He came in the third inning to replace Petrich. And here's the first pitch of the inning, and Hill will lay off. It will result in strike one. So Hill, as this one comes outside to go 1-1. Hill with a hit by pitch, struck out swinging, and then a bunt to reach his last at bat. As this one's out of the glove of Geiselman for ball 2, 2-1. Final night at the ballpark here at Lindbergh Craig Field of 2019. Sadly, the season has boiled to an end as Voorhees will lift his fist for strike 2, 2-2 on the count. Here's the pitch, and that is a full count at 3-2 to Hill. McMinn with the payoff pitch. And Hill is walked. Mavericks will have a runner at first.
Number 7, Dane Frazier.
With no outs as Dane Frazier comes to the plate. McMinn with the pitch. Comes in over the plate for strike one. For Frazier, a ground out, a walk, and then fielder's choice. His last at bat. Inside pitch. We'll bring up ball 1, 1-1. Runner at first. No outs. Bottom of 6. Mavericks leading 5-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Here's a ball into right field. The pop fly will be the out as it's taken all the way to the warning track, and Palethorpe will have it. So with one out, Hill at first, we go to the shortstop, Terad Richardson. Here's the pitch. And Trad with a shot into center field. It's got some leg, but it'll be in the glove of Murphy. And 2 outs. Hill staying at first. Takes us to Bridger Johnson for the Mavericks. Johnson, a rocket for the Mavericks this year. And McMinn will deliver inside for ball 1. For Johnson, a single, a walk, and a ground out on his game. And Hill will go ahead and grab a gear and head to second. We'll have ball 2. On the stolen base. 2-0. Hill now at second, steps away. And this one is going to have some height down the first base line and just out of reach for Simcox. Foul ball will bring up strike 1 to Johnson. Bottom of the 6th, Mavericks leading 5-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. McMinn with the pitch. It's in the dirt. Hill dances and Geiselman jumps out of the stirrups very quickly. And we'll have ball 3, 3-1. Three and 1. McMinn with the delivery. And Johnson, this one should be in play. Nope, it's going to be out of play. And the right fielder, Palethorpe, cannot get to it. So we get a full count at 3-2. So the payoff pitch now with 2 outs. And it's a walk for Johnson. Bringing up Stuart Long. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. And we might be able to get through this one without lights. Pitch by McMinn, and Johnson rolls this one out. Good dive. Throw to second, and the force out on the fielder's choice at second, and the Mavericks will end the 6th. Top of the 7th, all or nothing for the Bucks right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Coming this summer, Milk Crate Media 406 will be the home to a new group of local podcasts to highlight our great state of Montana and the people within it. Starting with a local show to promote Missoula sports athletes. Next, a podcast that will take a look at worldviews. Then a show that will entertain you while informing you about Montana's great outdoors. And finally, a podcast that will take a look at the people and places that make Montana great. Stop by mcratemedia.com to see the full line of new podcasts.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 55 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Top of the 7th inning. Mavericks leading the Bozeman Bucks 5-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. It is the 5, 6, 7 batters. Ben Hubley to lead off. Dylan Chalmers on the 5 Valor pitcher's mound, and Chalmers will deliver over the plate for strike 1. Pitch on the way by Chalmers. Brings up strike 2. 0-2. For Hubley, a single and a fly out with his game tonight. Chalmers with the pitch, and that one's going to strike out the batter. 1 away in the top of the 7th. Brings us to the catcher, Alton Geiselman. 1 out, nobody on, top of 7. And Chalmers will deliver over the plate for strike 1. For Geiselman, a sac bunt and a walk. As Chalmers is just outside the plate, 1-1 on the count. A roller to Hangus, off the glove of Hangus. He'll turn, toss to Chalmers. Chalmers will win the race to the bag, and that is 2 outs on the ground ball.
Number 15, Carson Simcox.
So we come to the first baseman, Karsten Simcox. 2 outs and nobody on. The game in the bat of Simcox for the Bucks, as the Mavericks have the scoreboard 5-0. First pitch to Simcox will be off the plate for ball 1. A single and a ground out for the first baseman. He's had some good plays over there at first, as this one is foul high down the first base line. Hangus is trying to get there, but it will be out of play. And it looks as though the Mavericks have the gate open, and Stuart Long is in the bullpen, preparing for a possible bottom of the 7th inning. Chalmers with the 1-1. And it's off the plate. Nope. Voorhees will lift the fist, so that's strike 2. 1-2 on the count. Here's the pitch. And that one is just across the stomach. Ball 2, 2-2 on the count. So Stuart Long warming up, 2 outs. Chalmers at 78 pitches, as this is swung on, and the game is over off a swinging strikeout. Dilly with the win. The Mavericks pulled on to the top spot with the win. 5-0. The Mavericks hold the Bucks to no runs off of 5 hits, 3 errors committed by the Bucks, and 4 left behind. For the Mavericks, it would be 5 runs off of 4 hits, no errors, and 9 left behind. Mavericks on the road Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You'll have to tune in to the iScore to keep track of the Mavericks. MPSN will not be on the road to Canada. So check in with iScore this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to follow the Mavericks. We will talk to you a week from tonight in Helena. Enjoy your week, folks.
Thank you for tuning in to this presentation of Missoula Sports.
What a rush!
MPSN's coverage of Missoula Sports is proudly powered by Fuel Fitness.
Always, always, always.
Tune in next time when the Missoula Prep Sports Network has coverage of your local sports heroes.
Well, goodbye.